Welcome to Wellbeing Café. My name is Julia, and thank you so much for joining for our short in practice. Today we'll be focusing on the psoas, the glute, and the lower back. For today's practice, you may want to have 2 blocks and a blanket or bolster. Begin by closing down the eyes and finding your favorite seated position. Deep inhale and exhale. Scan through the body and notice any spaces of unease. We'll begin with 4-4-6 breath, where we will inhale for a count of 4, hold for a count of 4, and exhale for a count of 6. Deep inhale and exhale all of the air out of your lungs. Inhale, 2, 3, 4. Hold, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Inhale, 2, 3, 4. Hold, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Inhale. Hold. Exhale. Inhale. Hold. Exhale. Complete 2 more rounds at your own breath. Once you've completed 2 rounds of 4-4-6 breath, gently blink open the eyes and make your way into tabletop position. Wrists underneath shoulders and knees underneath hips. Take any gentle movements you need here, maybe going through cat-cows, maybe circling through the chest and moving the hips side to side. Allow yourself to loosen up before we come into our first posture. When you're ready, find a static position. Inhale, right foot goes out long. Exhale, right foot to right thumb. You may want to bring the right foot around to the outside of the hand and walk it in. Once you are here, tuck the left toes under and walk the knee backwards. It may feel nice to place your pillow or blanket underneath your back knee. Option to bring your blocks underneath your hands. Additional option to take the arms in a different variation as well. Maybe you bring the hands up to the knee. Or maybe you come lower with the hands or forearms on the ground. Know that you can always change this option while we were in these holds. Lengthen through the spine. Inhale and exhale, deepen. We'll be here for 2.5 minutes. In this position, you will likely feel this very intensely in the psoas and quad area, but you may also feel it in the lower back as well. If you feel any pain at any point, know that you can lift out of the pose. Scan through your body and just notice where you are holding the most tension. See if you can breathe into this area. And exhale to release the tension. See if you can relax your entire body. Prepare your body to transition from this pose. Gently lift out of the hip. Gentle engagement in the core. Place the weight into your front foot and back knee. And come into your variation of half splits. Maybe you bring your blocks with you, or you reach your hands towards the ground. Option to wave the front foot side to side. Move through any movements that you need here. Maybe you floss back and forth. Or take any other intuitive movements that feel good in your body. When you are ready, step your right foot back and come into tabletop. Inhale, left foot reaches out. And exhale, left foot to the left thumb. You can bring it there directly, or you can bring it around the outside of the hand and heel toe it just inside, underneath the shoulder. Tuck the right toes under and walk the knee backwards. A great option, again, to bring the pillow underneath your back knee. In this pose, it's important to make sure that the back knee is further than the back hip. So in this side of the posture, the right knee is beyond the right hip, so that you feel a stretch in your psoas and you are not directly on top of the kneecap, as that can cause some feelings of pain. Option to bring your blocks underneath your hands, or to come to any variation of your choice. And we'll be here for 2.5 minutes. Maybe in this posture you invite ocean breath. This breath is known as Ujjayi Pranayama in our Yang style classes. It's a breath that is audible and calming. Deep inhale, audible ocean-like exhale. The sound is made by constricting the whisper muscles at the back of your throat to create a calming sensation. Inhale, audible ocean-like exhale. Note that in these postures, we are trying to meet our edge. an edge of intensity that is intense but not painful. In yin postures, we are getting into the deep tissues by relaxing our bodies and by letting our joints and muscles know that they are safe and that they can relax. Prepare your body to move from this position. Deep inhale and exhale. Shift the weight into your back knee, press into the left foot, and move your hips back. It's perfectly normal if your right hip flexor feels a little bit sore. Wave the foot a little side to side to loosen up the hip joint. Take any movements you need. Maybe listen to your body for any counter poses that may feel good. When you are ready, move back into tabletop position. We have two options for our stretch here. The first one is deer pose, and the second is swan pose. If you want to come into deer pose, lower your glutes to the ground and swing your legs around. Bring your right shin parallel or angled inward from the top of the mat. It does not have to be parallel. Bend through the left knee and bring it out to the side. Inhale, lengthen through the spine, and exhale, fold forward. It may feel nice to place a blanket or block underneath the right glute, or to place a pillow underneath the chest. Stay here in deer pose and find your edge, or move into swan. You can keep the front shin exactly where it is. Lean into the palms, tuck the left toes under, and bring the hip underneath. Square off the hips towards the ground. And if you need to get deeper, tuck the left toes under and walk the left knee back. An option here to place a block underneath your right glute, or to place a pillow underneath your chest or forehead. If you feel discomfort in the back knee, also an option to place a bolster or block underneath the left shin. Inhale deeply and exhale, fold. Take your time settling into deer pose or swan pose. Know that you always have permission to move deeper into the pose or to come out of the pose. And you can always adjust, even if we are in the long holds. When you are ready, slowly lift out of pose by placing weight into the hands. Walk your hands back towards your torso. And tuck your back toes under. Scoot the left knee forward until it is underneath your hip. And swing the right leg back and come into tabletop. Take any movements that you need. Maybe you go through a few rounds of cat-cow, or circle out the hips, or maybe come into child's pose. When you are ready, make your way back into tabletop position. We'll first go into deer pose. Lower the glutes towards the ground. Swing the legs around, soles of the feet on the ground. Bring the left shin all the way down. It can be parallel to the front or angled in. I find that it's a little more comfortable, at least for my body, to angle in the front shin slightly. And bring the right knee and inner thigh towards the ground. Take any variation that you need. This side will likely feel slightly different than the other side. Just notice the differences and see if there are any modifications that you can take to make this posture better for you. Settle into deer pose, or swing the right leg back, bring the right knee towards the ground, and square off the hips. Take any modifications that you need, and take your time getting here. The postures are said to release emotions and stress from the body. So in this position, you may feel emotions arise of stress or anxiety. If you feel these emotions arise, maybe you allow them to release, or maybe you simply notice them. Wherever you are, allow yourself to relax completely. Notice where you feel this position. Maybe in the hip, maybe the lower back, maybe the psoas, or maybe you feel it elsewhere. As long as this position is not painful, then it is perfectly fine. Prepare yourself to move from the posture. Deep inhale. Exhale. Slowly lift out of the pose. Place your weight into your hands. Gently engage the core. And walk your hands back to your torso. Shift the weight into the left hip. And if you are in swan pose, swing the right leg forward. Lean back into the glutes and bring the soles of the feet to the ground. Windshield wiper the legs side to side. Once you are ready, place the soles of the feet on the ground and slowly lower down to your back. Inhale, pull the right leg towards the chest. Rock the hips side to side. Shift the hips to the right and allow the right leg to fall over to the left side. Option here to stretch out your right leg. You might feel a stretch in the IT band. And shift your shoulders so that both can plant on the ground. An option to bring a pillow or block underneath the thigh or knee. Take any variation that you'd like to in this posture. A few additional variations are eagle legs. This may create a deeper sensation in the right hip. Or you can keep the knees together. Settle in and choose your variation. We won't be here for too long. We're just neutralizing the spine to calm the nervous system before we enter Savasana. Deep inhale and exhale. Bring the right knee back to the chest. Squeeze it in one last time and send it out long. Bend through the left knee and rock it side to side. Squeeze the knee to the chest. Inhale. And exhale, scoot the hips a little to the left and allow the left leg to fall over the right side. Take any variation you'd like. Begin to settle the mind and allow this stretch to be comfortable. Allow it to feel good. No need to push into your target zone here. Deep inhale and exhale, return to center. Hug the left knee in. Maybe you hug both knees in and lift the head off the ground and rock a little side to side to massage the back. Deep inhale and exhale, legs go out long and hands come to the sides. Allow yourself to rest here in Savasana In this final resting pose, allow your mind to settle down. Option to scan through the body one last time. And notice how you may feel different from the beginning of class. Are there places that have more tension or places that have less tension? Simply notice. Allow yourself to relax and just be. Option to pause the video here and stay in Savasana for as long as you would like. Otherwise, invite gentle movement to the fingers and toes. Circle out the wrists and ankles. Option to reach the arms overhead for one last full body stretch. Plant the soles of the feet on the ground and roll over to your favorite side. When you're ready, slowly lift up to a seated position. Eyes remain heavy. Inhale, arms reach overhead, palms come to touch. And exhale, hands come down, pausing at the third eye and coming to heart center. Slowly blink open the eyes and take in the space around you. Thank you so much for joining me in this short yin practice. I hope you enjoyed. And if you liked the video, please subscribe to our channel at Wellbeing Café. We'd love to have you in the community. We'll be coming out with new videos each and every week. And thank you so much for joining. I hope you have a beautiful rest of your day.